Imagine your entire city collapsing overnight. Imagine watching your government flee while helicopters circle the sky. That's what happened in Kabul in August 2021. But how did a 20-year war end in just days? This is the shocking story of the fall of Kabul. For 2 decades, Afghanistan was propped up by US and NATO support. Billions spent, thousands of lives lost, and yet when America announced its withdrawal in 2021, everything began to unravel. The Taliban, once thought defeated, launched a lightning offensive across the country. Province after province fell with little resistance. Afghan soldiers abandoned their posts and entire cities surrendered without a fight. By early August, the Taliban had taken most of Afghanistan. Only Kabul remained the last stronghold of the Afghan government. On August 15th, President Ashraf Ghani fled the country in secret, leaving behind a capital in chaos. His sudden escape sent shockwaves through the city. Soldiers dropped their weapons, officials vanished, and civilians flooded the streets, searching for a way out. The world watched in disbelief as Taliban fighters marched into Kabul without firing a shot. They seized the presidential palace and declared victory. In just hours, the 20-year project of building a democratic Afghanistan had collapsed. The American-backed government was gone, replaced by the same group that had been ousted in 2001. At the airport, scenes of desperation shocked the globe. Thousands of Afghans stormed the runways, clinging to departing planes. Families pressed against barbed wire fences, begging soldiers to let them through. In one of the most haunting moments, people held onto the sides of aircraft as they took off, some falling to their deaths. This was not just an evacuation. It was a humanitarian catastrophe. Meanwhile, US forces scrambled to evacuate their citizens and allies. In a matter of days, over 100,000 people were airlifted out in one of the largest evacuation operations in history. But countless Afghans who had worked with Western governments were left behind. The images of chaos became the defining symbol of the war's end. How did it collapse so quickly? The Afghan army on paper was 300,000 strong. But without US air power, intelligence, and logistics, many units refused to fight. Corruption was rampant. Soldiers often went unpaid and morale had evaporated. The Taliban, on the other hand, were highly motivated and strategically coordinated, moving faster than anyone predicted. International reaction was fierce. Allies questioned the credibility of US promises. Critics accused Washington of abandoning the Afghan people. Supporters argued the war had cost too much and could never be won. Whatever the debate, one truth was clear: Afghanistan had changed hands in days, undoing 2 decades of foreign intervention. For Afghans, the fall of Kabul marked the beginning of an uncertain future. Millions now live under Taliban rule, with restrictions on women's rights, media freedom, and education. Fear and uncertainty replaced the brief hope of a democratic society. Families torn apart, opportunities erased, and the dreams of a generation gone in a matter of hours. The fall of Kabul wasn't just the collapse of a city, it was the collapse of a 20-year mission. A mission that cost over $2 trillion and more than 17,000 lives. It left behind one haunting question: was it all worth it? Like and subscribe for more untold history.